Saber-toothed tigers, better known as Smilodons, once roamed across both North and South America, sharing the land with creatures like woolly mammoths. Fossil records show that they lived for around 1.8 million years, but roughly 12,000 years ago, during the Quaternary extinction, they disappeared along with many other Ice Age animals. But what if they hadn't? What if saber-toothed tigers had managed to survive the end of the Ice Age and were still alive today? That's exactly the question we'll be exploring. First, let's clear something up. Smilodons were not true tigers. They were an entirely different species of big cat. During their time, they were among the most formidable predators in North America. They grew to about 5 feet long, weighed close to 440 pounds, and had a bear-like build with short, strong limbs. They fed on large mammals such as elephants, rhinos, and other giants of the Ice Age. And of course, their most striking feature was their massive saber-shaped teeth. But as impressive as those teeth looked, they came with serious disadvantages. Their canines could reach up to 8 inches long, yet they were brittle and often broke during fights or hunts. Their jaws weren't especially powerful either. While they could open their mouths at a wide angle, up to 90 degrees, their bite force was actually weaker than that of other cats of similar size. This meant that saber-toothed tigers didn't kill with brute force. Instead, they used a very specific hunting method, stabbing their long canines into the throat or neck of their prey, and then waiting for the animal to bleed to death. From an evolutionary standpoint, this wasn't ideal. If they had continued to survive, natural selection likely would have favored Smilodons with smaller, stronger canines, since those with oversized, fragile teeth would have struggled to eat once their fangs were broken. Another major factor in their extinction was competition with humans. As the Ice Age came to an end, changing climates reduced the availability of food, and humans spread widely across the Americas. Humans, with their intelligence, weapons, and teamwork, became the top predators. Smilodons couldn't compete. Had they survived, that competition would have continued. They may have been forced to migrate farther north, following herds into the Arctic or northern Canada. Alternatively, they may have shifted their diet and begun preying on humans themselves. Since they hunted in packs, it's possible they could have ambushed small groups of people. Still, humans were far more adaptable, and it's likely we would have hunted Smilodons for their fur, and possibly even their meat. If saber-toothed tigers had lasted through history, they would almost certainly have been considered rare and exotic animals. In earlier times, royalty might have prized them as symbols of strength and power, even featuring them in portraits. In the modern world, they would be protected by conservation groups, much like lions and tigers are today. But realistically, their existence wouldn't drastically change our lives. North America already has large cats, such as cougars, that fill similar roles in the ecosystem. For ancient people, however, things might have been very different. Tribes living in forests or open plains could have faced constant danger from packs of saber-toothed predators. Yet, because humans were such a key reason for their disappearance, it's likely that Smilodons would have eventually adapted to avoid us, living instead in remote, colder parts of the world. In the end, saber-toothed tigers remain creatures of the past, majestic predators that once ruled the Ice Age, but couldn't survive the changes of time, climate, and human dominance.